This is my daughter's. If she was here right now, she'd say, vote for Dada. Okay? So I'm Kyle Long. They say the best for last. So just a little bit about myself. First of all, I'm a Christian constitutional conservative. And what does that mean? For me, I grew up in this area since 1981, so I know Greenville really well. Went to a lot of the local schools, played baseball, wrestling, went off to Clemson, got an electrical engineering degree. Now, electrical engineering was kind of hard, and one of the things that I had to deal with was parents couldn't afford it. So I had to go to school a semester and work a semester to pay for it. So that taught me a lot through that whole process. Then graduated, 99, went off to pilot training for the United States Air Force. So I served 20 years in the Air Force, fighting for our nation. And guess what? I want to fight for you on county council. Okay. So the thing about the time I was in the Air Force and some of the things that I was able to accomplish, all great stuff. But one of the things that I realized was there was a thing inside of me that was growing, and pride and self-reliance, and I needed to be broken of that. So I want to tell you a little bit more about who I really am, the Christian part. So I was saved at age 8, Brushy Creek Baptist in Taylor's. Anybody know where Brushy Creek Baptist is over on Taylor's? Okay. Vacation Bible School, saved at age 8. But like I said, there was a period of time where I kind of grew in my selfishness, self-reliance, and I needed to be broken of that, and I was. Believe it or not, pilot training broke me of that selfishness and that self-drive. So I actually had to do what you really have to do is commit my entire life to the Lord. Even the secret stuff that us men deal with, I gave him everything. I gave him my life. And you know that I know that the Lord is real in my life and he's directing the path that I'm on is because the path that I was on was leading to destruction. The path that he put me on led me to my wife, who's been the absolute greatest thing outside of my relationship with my Lord and Savior. And now we've been married 25 years. We have 3 kids, Jeremiah, who's 15, Samuel, who is 14, and Elizabeth, who, guess what? She was our 2020 surprise. She is about to turn 5. So, yeah, that kind of stuff is what's important to me. We had a chance to move to Atlanta. We had a chance to move to Charlotte. Guess what? I wanted to come home to Greenville. I didn't want it to become Charlotte or Atlanta, so that's why I'm running for county council. If there's any kind of a platform I can stand on, and you hear me tonight, I'm not raising your taxes. Okay? So that's a commitment to you. And I'm looking to make cuts. The Greenlink system. Nobody in our district is riding the Greenlink system, right? Easy cut for us, so we can do that. We're actually still advertising move to Greenville. I don't know why we're doing that, but we can cut that too. So those are the things that I'm going to be looking at. So again, no tax increase, focused on infrastructure. We can spend the money without a tax increase on infrastructure. Guess what county council voted on this year and passed? 4 times the amount they've ever passed in the past to roads and bridges. And guess what? They're fixing them. You can see it around town. Bridges Road, or actually Butler Road, they're doing work on the bridge there. You saw the paving happening on Haywood. They got Pleasantburg done last year. I mean, they're working on it, and that's the kind of thing I know I want to stand for. Right now, we don't need a tax increase. There's a push for a penny tax increase, but we see the increase in people moving here, and guess what? That's our tax base. That truly is our tax base, and we can work within it. If the budget can afford 4 times the amount spent on roads and bridges, and we can do that here. That's what I'm running on. And then good communication. I don't know if you guys know Gary Collins, but that is somebody I actually want to kind of role model after. His ability to meet his people door to door has meant a lot to me, and that's why I'm doing the door-to-door campaign that I'm doing. I had an opportunity to meet a guy the other day, and he actually stopped me, and he said, I don't want to hear your elevator pitch. I want to know who you are and what matters to you. And so I told him a little bit about myself. I told him a little bit about my testimony. And he said, because you were real with me, you've got my vote. You guys, that's been the best part of this whole campaign is meeting people where they are, finding out what they need, and telling them, I'm going to let my yes be yes and my no be no. You can trust me when I say I'm going to do the things I'm going to do when I get to council. And I'm going to follow through with it. And I'm going to listen to what you guys want, bring it to council, and actually act on what my constituents are asking me to do. So, again, those are the things I want to bring to county council. And again, Air Force, I'm going to just quote it because it is what I want to live by. Integrity first, service before self, and excellence in all that I do. Those are the things I'm going to bring to county council. Does anybody have? Go ahead.
I'm going to give you the same question I gave Alan. I think, how many people here are for impact fees on these out-of-state developers? Yes.
Me too.
So the question, will you listen to us, we the people, and you've already said you're not going to tax us, and we thank you for
That's
that.
right.
But the taxes should go on the out-of-state developers through impact fees, not a 500 or a 200 fee, a minimum of 1,000 each. And depending on the cost of the home, it's a $500,000 home. I think they can afford a $5,000 impact fee. Will you work on council to make impact fees happen?
I will, and I'll make sure that impact fees go to roads and bridges and not other things, right? So, any other questions? Well, I need your help, so please come out and vote for me June 9th. Again, if Elizabeth was here, she'd say vote for Dada. So if anything sticks with you, remember, come out and vote for Kyle on June 9th. Thank you.